thing with Max is his best strength that Max has is that he is the ultimate opportunist. He can take advantage of opportunity better than I've ever seen before.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Inspire Pro TV. Later on tonight, we take a look at MJF's recent defense of the Pure Prestige Championship against Terrale Tempo, with Tempo's Inspire Pro career at stake. But right now, let's dive straight into the vault and go back to our Battle Dreams event from last July. It was MJF and Tempo teaming with friends and their corporate contract members T-Ray and Ashton Jacobs to take on Ricky Starks and Team Super Academia members Cody Lane, Ethan Price, and Zach Taylor. Check it out right now. And he's looking for revenge here tonight, particularly on MJF. Oh wait, here we go!
They're not waiting for the bell. It is chaos.
Thing is breaking down here on the floor to start things, and I can't be surprised.
You see T-Ray and Cody Lane paired up.
You also got Terrale Tempo working down on Ethan Price. These two competed for the Inspire Pro Championship. It was Ethan's fourth ever match here at Inspire Pro. A former cameraman for us, turned wrestler. He almost beat Tempo for that title.
He came within an eyelash of becoming the Inspire Pro champion.
Oh, Ashton Jacobs and Zach Taylor fighting towards us.
Okay, we gotta be careful. Yeah, they're getting a little close.
Referee Austin Heiberg just losing control of this now as he breaks down here on the floor. He's going to have to get control. Wait, look at this! Ethan Price!
Using your resources. Ricky Starks taking Ethan Price and use him as a battering ram against MJF.
You got Ricky Starks aligning himself with Cody Lane, Zach Taylor, and Ethan Price, three men, I should say, who I think are some of the top young and up-and-coming athletes here in Inspire Pro Wrestling. Ooh, T-Ray gets it horn to the turnbuckle post.
And as we said, the old Ricky Starks, we wouldn't see him teamed up with these guys, but different Ricky Starks. But I caught up with MJF before, and he had some less than complimentary things to say. For instance, he told me that he's trying to, clean up Inspire Pro. In fact, calls himself the tranquilizer gun. He's trying to eliminate the trash. He called Cody Lane a prom night dumpster baby.
Oh God! MJF's got no class, to say the least, as we seem to get a semblance of order here with each team in their corners, and Zach Taylor squared off with Ashton Jacobs. Springs up, Hurricane Rana takedown. Zach has really made his way up the ranks here in Inspire Pro Wrestling. He had that phenomenal Pure Prestige three-way match with ACH and Davey Vega.
He certainly has. Speaking of which, MJF went up to Zach Taylor and gave him condolences for his WWE release, then realized he wasn't Rich Swann.
Oh, come on. MJF is just he's something else.
MJF, tries to play himself as, all class, money, comes from the best schools, but
what a shot there by Ethan Price. Ethan Price really coming a long way here in Inspire Pro Wrestling. I mean, that big match with Terrale Tempo back at There Is No Tomorrow.
Is this like a meme streak now we're starting to see from Ethan Price?
Oh, Ethan Price, I think, has been showing. Oh, T-Ray just pounded down on Ethan.
But that match, as you said, Eamon, that match gave Ethan Price all the confidence in the world. And that's what we're seeing in this ring tonight.
Oh, look at
in
Ethan.
This 8-man.
Sending himself onto the apron. He's been training a lot under ACH. Ooh, obviously Roxy Castillo. Oh, here at ringside, promised to make Ethan Price a star, taking from a low-level backstage cameraman to a professional wrestler. She's done a great job, but also with the help of ACH in those training sessions with Cody Lane and with Zach Taylor. Ooh, and Jacob just coming in without a tag. Or I should take without a tag. However, important to note, T-Ray did roll out to the floor. I am mistaken. This is the Lucha Tag rules here at Inspire Pro Wrestling. Ashton Jacobs just wiping out T-Ray and Dan the Man, I think, as well. Ethan, look at him. Oh, MJF, what is wrong with him?
Just slapped the taste out of Ethan.
Oh, wait! Look at Ethan!
I think that just pissed Ethan off.
Ethan! Oh, put in
now
the chase here. Oh, Tempo! And
Practically took his head off.
And Ethan, not only that, but his head, I think, hit that concrete floor. And referee trying to get order back here in this matchup as Tempo rolls Ethan back in the ring. You got to think that Tempo was not happy that Ethan Price gave him as much of a fight as he did in that matchup.
Absolutely.
T-Ray able to take down Ethan Price, and very smart, bringing him to his team's corner.
Cutting the ring in half, sound tag team strategy.
And if you're going to work down on anyone in this match, it would probably be Ethan Price is your best strategy because of the inexperience, because of, you know, Ethan Price, while he's been doing amazing as of late, has still a lot of growing to do.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, MJF, not a loss for words, said that Ethan, you know, he claims that Ethan Price lost his virginity when a girl touched his knee.
Jesus,
so,
where does MJF get these things?
This is stuff he told me, you know. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt.
There's that big high elevation on that elbow by Terrale Tempo, in for the cover now. And Tempo seemingly realigning himself with friends under corporate contract. We saw that match, I think also to that match that he had with Ricky Starks for the Inspire Pro Championship. Tempo came close to losing the belt that night if it wasn't for a cheap shot with the belt right across the back of the head of Ricky Starks.
As much as I don't agree with it, you think back to all the great champions. They've had backup, you know, whether it was Ric Flair with the Four Horsemen, whether it was Shawn Michaels in D-Generation X, Hulk Hogan in the NWO, AJ Styles in Bullet Club, and now Terrale Tempo lined himself with F.U.C.C.
And I don't know how Austin Ivor's going to keep control of this here. And they're covered now, MJF. Kick at it too, and right across from us here at this announce table, ACH looking very closely in on this matchup. The current Pure Prestige champion, MJF, of course the #1 contender for that championship. MJF gets his shot on September 2nd. It may not be against ACH, it may be against either Jeff Cobb or Joey Janela, but ACH always being prepared, eyeing his competition.
Well, you got to imagine he's not only scouting out MJF, but he's keeping an eye on his boys. He's keeping an eye on Team Super Academia.
T-Ray, very brutal competitor now, just trying to get a quick pin here on Ethan Price. Cody Lane in, able to break up the pin. But I think it's a smart move here with T-Ray and friends under corporate contract have been doing, neutralizing Ethan Price. Oh, T-Ray taking shots here on his opponent. Ricky Starks is trying to grab and scratch and claw at anything he can. You don't want to get Ricky Starks angry. We've seen this numerous times here in Inspire Pro Wrestling. There can be a switch that gets set off in Ricky Starks' head that takes him to a whole new level.
Absolutely. Ricky Starks, if he gets worked up, he is an absolute terror.
T-Ray's got Ethan up on the shoulders now. Ashton looking for a double team. Oh, drop kick. Sends T-Ray into Ashton. But Ethan Price make a tag here. He desperately needs to. Oh, T-Ray grabbing hold of the foot. Trying to stop Ethan Price. Oh, enziguri missed. Ethan rolls through. Catches him with an enziguri.
Now, if Ethan Price is going to make it, he needs to make that tag. He's got 3 fresh partners. All you got to do is get in there and just touch somebody's hand. He's in reach.
There's Cody Lane with the tag.
Cody Lane coming in like a house on fire.
Oh! Cody, look how fast Cody Lane is here. Drop kicks the leg. And a nice seated drop kick.
Cody Lane is fired up.
Now looking to come charging here. Springs up. Catches his balance. Oh, and boots T-Ray right in the jaw.
Nice innovative offense there by Cody Lane.
He's got T-Ray now up on his shoulders. Fireman's carry. Roll through with the Finley roll. Likes to follow it up with a senton. Oh, T-Ray gets the knees up and just tagging the Tempo, the Inspire Pro champion. Looking to pick the bones here on Cody Lane. Repeated shots here.
You got to imagine Terrale Tempo, you know, as egotistical as he has become, he still sees all 4 of these men as threats to his Inspire Pro Championship.
Cody, Casadora roll through. Big senton. And Ricky Starks and Zach Taylor, you can't see it, but they are a house of fire right now. They want to tag in badly.
Cody Lane getting closer. He's getting closer.
There's Ricky Starks.
Here comes
And
Stuff
here's
Daddy.
MJF. And Ricky Starks has been waiting for this all night.
He has been wanting MJF so badly after there is no tomorrow.
Oh, it just peels T-Ray hard into the ring. Sends him into the buckle. Oh, big back elbow. Ricky Starks is mad. Ricky Starks is angry. Ricky Starks has been set off.
That is a motivated, angry man.
Springs up. Big tornado DDT. And went off of MJF. Plants it. Oh, Terrale and Ashton in. Looking to whip Ricky Starks off the ropes. Double spear!
He cut Jacobs and Tempo in half.
Oh, but keep an eye on T-Ray. Ducks a shot. T-Ray springs up. Spear right out of midair!
Good God! That was as vicious a spear as I have ever seen. And now he's got MJF in his sights.
Charging. Oh, MJF gets a knee up.
Now look at MJF. He's just chomping at the bit.
Oh, Ethan spear!
Ethan Price with a spear.
Ethan Price, there's something in this kid. And it's something tangible that you just can't explain. Oh, Cody Lane in there, stop Ashton Jacobs. Sends Ashton out onto the floor.
And now you see Team Super Academia in the middle of the ring.
Trying to get Ethan Price, his wits about him, is Zach Taylor.
But
And now,
in a salute to their trainer. Triple suicide dives.
what a match it's been here at the EFS Cinema.
I can see the smile on ACH's face right now when they did that. And now Stark still in the ring. Has the ring to himself.
Almost everyone's been wiped out in this contest of friends under corporate contract. They need to do some regrouping here. And I think the Iron Man wants to do just that. Even John with Roxy Castillo a bit here.
Oh, what are they doing?
Wait a minute!
Rex Andrews just plowed over Dan the Man.
They tried to hightail it, and Rex Andrews. And Rex just took Dan the Man and left. Wait, look
at Cody Lane.
Moonsault!
It looked like friends over the corporate contract were trying to leave out of here. Rex Andrews comes out, stops them dead in their tracks, and takes out Dan the Man. And now Stark's in the ring.
I don't know who he has his eye on. It may be the whole bunch. Ricky springs up to the side. Oh, MJF poke to the eye. MJF now looking to take advantage here, scaling up the turnbuckles with Ricky Starks. What has he got in mind here? MJF will hold of Starks.
Both men up in the high rent district.
Wait!
Oh my God! It is just a mass of humanity right outside the ring here at Inspire Pro Wrestling.
It's hard to tell who got the worst of that one. That was a long way down for everybody.
All 4 men on each team just really in worse for wear here. They've given their all in this contest.
And now it looks like Austin Heiberg is going to start the count.
20 count on the floor here. Zach Taylor making his way back up to his feet, but barely. He needs the help of the apron.
It looks like here comes Terrale Tempo. So the champions made it back in the ring. It's like
Taylor now rolling his way back in, looking to square up with Tempo here. Tempo, he's got Taylor up. Sunset flips over. Tempo, able to not, obviously more powerful than Taylor. Oh, there's knee right to the jaw. Super kick. Comes charging. Big clothesline, rolling lariat. Tempo now bringing back up to his feet, thinking paying dividends here. Spins out. Oh, Zach, roll through crucifix pin. He got it!
Zach Taylor just pinned the Inspire Pro champion.
Representing Team Super.
It is now time for our feature matchup of the week from A Hero Never Dies 2. MJF put his Pure Prestige Championship on the line against former teammate Terrale Tempo. But the stakes were raised to a whole new level with Tempo's Inspire Pro career at risk of ending if he was unable to leave with the victory. Could Tempo get it done? Let's find out right now.
That Terrale Tempo may have to leave this state thanks to underhanded means by MJF.
All that Terrale Tempo has been through. I remember his first match in this building, in this company, August 2015, and how much just in a short period of time he became a fan favorite. And I think of the matches he had with ACH, the matches he had with Keith Lee, the matches he had with Steve Areno. Terrale Tempo went from an unknown in Texas to becoming one of the top stars in this company. He's a former Inspire Pro champion.
He really is. I mean, this is going to be one of the biggest fan favorites here in Inspire Pro and across the state. He has competed admirably in many promotions across the state of Texas, which is more than what you can say for MJF. MJF, don't get me wrong, MJF is a star, whether it's AEW or MLW or wherever he goes, but he is definitely not revered like Terrale Tempo. You see MJF just walking around.
And Terrale Tempo's chomping at the bit to get a piece of MJF. He's wanted this match not just to become Pure Prestige champion. He wants his hands on MJF because he feels that, like you said, that he's twisting Dan the Man, that he's, got Dan the Man wrapped around his finger, which I think is a very arguable point.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, think about it. It was months that Terrale Tempo wasn't just losing matches in on a slump. He was being cost matches thanks to Dan the Man for reasons unknown.
You see Jay Serious out there.
And then Jay Serious now, I think what happened is Terrale Tempo didn't want to be MJF's puppet, so Jay Serious is more than willing to take that position.
And the sad thing is Jay Serious is better than that. He's much better than that.
MJF
but
now
apparently not.
Shoulder tackle there. Like I said, Terrale Tempo, a former Inspire Pro champion, he had his shot at the Pure Prestige title against Keith Lee a couple years ago and came so very close.
And I remember talking to Keith Lee after that match, and Keith said that was one of the hardest matches he had had in Inspire Pro. He was so proud of what Terrell accomplished that night.
There's that elbow with that leaping ability of Terrale Tempo in for the cover. Tempo, when I actually saw him before he came to Inspire Pro Wrestling in 2015, and this was a guy who, was relatively unknown, as I mentioned, but somebody who had such a presence about him, such a great athletic ability. And Terrale Tempo, for years here in Inspire Pro Wrestling, worked hard, put his nose to the ground. Oh wait, Jay Serious! It's shoved into the way so MJF can find an opening and get a poke to the eye. Somebody who really, like I said, put his nose to the grind and put in the work to become somebody. Now, he started to take a wrong turn, I would definitely say, but I think that the Inspire Pro Championship kind of consumed him a little bit. It was his first major title that he has won in his career.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And he realized that, and we heard it back in March. He realized that he had hurt a lot of people. He turned his back on a lot of people. And that's when we started to see the old Terrale Tempo come back. At the same time, we've seen Terrale Tempo, for lack of a better term, grow up in the wrestling business. We've seen him getting bigger and stronger and more cunning.
MJF is going to get I mean, if this building wasn't our last night in this building, we would probably lose the building tonight thanks to MJF.
Yes, you're absolutely right. As MJF.
Looking to come charging here. Oh, Terrell!
MJF just caught nothing but concrete there.
And Jay Serious.
And this crowd went wild after that.
Dan the Man, he's in shock. Jay Serious is in shock. And Terrale Tempo has got that killer instinct back.
You see Tempo shoving Jay Serious out of the way. He grabs MJF because he knows he has to win this match in the ring. He cannot win the title outside the ring.
This crowd firmly. Oh, wait. Jay Serious. Getting shoved off there by Tempo. And
he just wrenched that arm across that top rope.
And Maxwell Jacob Friedman wanted to target the arm because of that Friedman armbar special that he likes to utilize. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, absolutely vicious in that ring. Unlike someone like, is he as big a jerk as someone like Cam Cole? Yes, but MJF is always on top of his game and always focused.
He makes Cam Cole look like a darling.
MJF is one of the most conniving individuals, but also one of the smartest.
And that's one of the ironic things about this is you see Terrale Tempo reversing there. One of the ironic things with Jay Serious, MJF cares about nothing but MJF. And he will put you in harm's way just to advance his cause.
MJF again just with no care, just shoving Tempo into the turnbuckle. Now again going to work on that arm. Tempo in worse for wear here with that arm. And you got to think he also needs that arm if he wants to execute paying dividends.
Absolutely. So, smart move by MJF.
Tempo now springboards up. Roll through. Sunset flip. Caught him. Could this be it? Only two. MJF with a duck. Oh, traps the arm again.
Much as I hate to admit, sound strategy by Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
And I think Terrell, going into this contest, understood the gravitas of it, understood what it meant, how much he was putting at risk, but also knew that he could, take it to MJF and knew that he had his confidence back. But I think now with that arm possibly incapacitated here, Terrale Tempo maybe realize, starting to freak out a little bit because his career may be slipping from him. Oh, again, just stopping on the. Oh my God!
Great work by our cameraman there, seeing MJF just stomp on the hand. Stomp on the left hand there of Terrale Tempo.
Because you got to think, Terrell's grip is so important to a lot of the power moves that he utilizes. Again, Del Tempo. Ooh.
His knees just coming down hard on the forearm there of Terrale Tempo.
MJF. Oh, and Jay Serious up onto the.
Get Jay Serious off that apron.
He just threw him his scarf.
And now he's choking him. Look at that. Meanwhile,
Ref, turn around. Come on.
MJF choking Tempo with the scarf while the referee was distracted by Dan the Man and Jay Serious.
Cover now. Hook of the, no hook of the leg lateral press. MJF, like I said, in just a 9-month span became pure prestige champ. Again, Jay Serious again on the apron.
And you saw him toss the scarf. And here we go again with a choke. And meanwhile, the referee is tied up with Jay Serious.
This is ridiculous. Come on. Passing the scarf off, getting rid of the evidence. Again, cover. Tempo is still able to kick out. Tempo's not going to go down like that. He's going to keep fighting.
And that's the major problem with MJF. He's good enough to where he can win titles and win matches without tactics like that. But he chooses to use those tactics.
Oh, wait a minute.
You've got, meanwhile, look at this. Dan the Man and Jay Serious putting the boots to Tempo. Meanwhile, MJF's got the referee.
Oh, is his eye hurt? Again, cover. Tempo with a kick out. And I'm going to disagree with you on one thing, Stu. Looking at this now, I don't know if MJF can do it on his own. I don't know if MJF, he beat ACH by distracting him enough by low blowing him. He got that title match with in the first place by beating Ricky Starks by low blowing him. MJF Oh, wait, Tempo blocking.
Now Tempo. And now Tempo reversing.
Oh, but referee.
Tempo, you don't want to get disqualified. I know it's.
If he gets disqualified, that's it.
Yeah, I know it's, turnaround's fair play, but
wait,
still.
Quick. Schoolboy roll up. I think he may have had the tights as well. Clothesline. Tempo, he's got to find a way to mount some comeback here.
Nice drop kick by Tempo. Ducks under.
Back elbow. Up to his feet.
Tempo's feeling it.
Tempo's in a new gear.
Now Tempo.
Ooh, MJF gets the boot up. I think he may have caught him in the arm. Oh, try for that leg lariat. No, catches it with the clothesline.
Big discus lariat there.
Only two. Terrale Tempo almost realizing his dream and almost keeping hold of his career. This crowd trying to rally behind Tempo.
Tempo sizing MJF up.
Could he be thinking paying dividends here? He's got him. No, that arm.
His arm is still just too painful. He's lost a lot of strength in that left arm.
He's got to find figure out a way, if not by paying dividends, by something else to put away MJF. He's got to. This is where you really got to dive into your playbook, where you got to think on your feet.
He's got to stay on MJF. He's got him down. Got to stay on him. Even if you can't hit the finisher, just got to keep inflicting punishment. Nice uppercut there by Tempo.
Tempo trying to get some feeling back in that arm, I think. And looking to bring MJF into the top turnbuckle.
Getting in position.
I think what an embarrassment this would be for MJF. You go back to Cody Rhodes, go back to your buddies in AEW and tell them, hey, Terrale Tempo beat me. Oh, wait, rake of the eyes. Terrale Tempo's arm may just be completely separated. Oh, and there's that arm bar. He hasn't transitioned with the leg lock, but now just cranking on that arm. Oh, just cranking more. Come on, Terrale.
And now you see the anguish on the face of Terrale Tempo.
Terrale needs to find a way to hold on. This can't be it for Terrale Tempo.
He's got to block that pain. You hear the crowd getting behind Tempo. Tempo trying to turn himself around, and he finally got the ropes. Forcing the break.
Desperately needed. Oh, MJ just pulling him back into the center. Terrale trying to smart move there, going up to his knees to try to alleviate some of the pressure.
But now he's got him in prone position.
Cranking on that arm. Look at the torque on that shoulder. Oh, wait a minute, just biting the hand. And we got to think with that double stop on the arm, his elbow could be completely separated.
You're absolutely right, Eamon. This is not good. Tempo's got to find a way, block the pain, find a way to break this hold, or his stay in Texas will come to an end.
Tempo trying his best to. I don't even think he knows where he is right now. That pain from that arm could just be completely taking him off his game. Trying to get back up to a knee, and now up to his feet. Takes away some of that pressure. But MJF keeping firm hold of the grasp. Oh, shine!
Ran into the ref. Now the ref is down.
Wait a minute.
You see Tempo trying to revive the ref.
Jay Serious has got a chair.
What the hell?
If this wasn't enough with the odds stacked against Tempo.
Tempo stops him.
Jay Serious just may have made a big mistake.
MJF is now realizing that.
Terrale Tempo thinking about it. I mean,
he'd be well within his right to wrap that chair around.
Oh, come on!
That damn low blow.
He suckered him.
Again with the low blow, and now MJF's got the chair.
No, come on. Come on. Wait a minute! Wait! On the apron!
Ricky Starks! Ricky Starks is out!
The number 1 contender for the Pure Prestige title, Ricky Starks! Oh,
Oh my God!
He just speared Tempo by accident! Ricky gets taken out to the floor! Jay Serious! Wait, no!
This can't work. It can't happen. It can't work that way.
Tempo
He
kick
can't
out!
win it that
Tempo
way.
kick out!
No!
And your winner, and still Pure Prestige champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Damn it!
Maxwell Jacob Friedman may have escaped with his Pure Prestige championship and ended Terrale Tempo's Inspire Pro career. And he may have achieved that with some accidental help from Ricky Starks. But that doesn't stop the collision course that Ricky and MJF are headed towards. July 14th, at the Tangled Webs We Weave, Ricky Starks gets the opportunity he has been waiting for, a shot at MJF's Pure Prestige title one-on-one. Things have been building between these two to palpable levels, and we caught up with some members of the Inspire Pro locker room to ask them who they think will leave the Blue Genie as Pure Prestige champion.
It's weird because when Albert left, it felt like there was a void kind of around us, like we didn't have someone to always look up to. You know, I mean, we'll talk to Albert and he'll be there, but the person I felt like really filled that void for me was Ricky. And to me, Ricky is probably the best talent in Texas, and if push came to shove, I think he could go with anybody in the world. And I respect him because he's busted his buns, and he's worked hard, and harder than anyone that I've ever seen. And then you got a guy like Max, a guy that's willing to take the cheap way out, a guy that's willing to take any and every opportunity that presents itself, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. He'll just take it, and I don't think he has any respect for anyone or anything, nor does he inspire. And Ricky is Mr. Inspire now, and I want him to represent this company.
The best wrestler I've ever seen versus like one of the fastest rising stars in indie wrestling today. I'm just very excited to see that match. I just can't even comprehend what that's going to look like.
This is a match that I get to watch with wringing hands, because the future of that match is going to decide how we are going to go forward in Inspire Pro Wrestling. Is it going to be me and MJF with the belts? Or is it going to be Ricky Starks? Huh? The story of overcoming adversity and fighting back from the very, very bottom. Listen, Ricky Starks, down here, the very, very bottom, right underneath the heel of Inspire Pro Wrestling, just like Zach Taylor, a total loser. But he won the Face of Inspire match, triple threat against Delilah Doom and Zach Taylor. And so now, he's gonna get his chance to finally redeem himself against MJF. Now, it's no secret that MJF, I've put a substantial investment in this young man. He's a blue chipper. Great guy, great attitude, great tactics. And you know, he had a big part to play in me winning the Inspire Pro title. I mean, spiritually, he had a big part to play. He was very supportive of me. And I want to be supportive of him in this match. But, the fact of the matter is, you're going to have to fight for your life, okay? Because this guy, Ricky Starks, he's like a starving child. He's coming, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to be watching that match very, very closely.
That quintessentially is Texas versus the world. I don't know any other matchup that represents that to a T. I mean, you have Ricky, who's you can't even argue it. He's the best wrestler in Texas right now. He's got the look, he's got the personality, he's got the moveset, he's got the tenure and experience, he's got the heart. you have somebody like MJF who rose to stardom pretty fast. I'm not saying he didn't put any hard work in, but it is going to be a clash of personalities, don't you think?
Ricky has picked up a lot where Albert left off, and MJF is someone that I don't want to speak on because I don't like the way that he does things, but he's in the position that he's in because of how good and how smart he is. I would love to see Ricky pick up the W on this one because, you know, Inspire needs something better than what MJF is bringing to the table.
So what are my thoughts on Ricky Starks versus MJF? You know, it's a match a lot of people have been waiting for. And like everyone has said before me, you know, Ricky Starks, he's the face of Inspire Pro. He is Mr. Wrestling in Texas. And MJF is the fastest rising star in the independent scene today. You know, and people wanted to get my opinions on the match, and honestly, the only thing I'm concerned with is who comes out the winner of that match. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think I deserve to be in that match.
So Ricky Starks, July 14th, you participate in one of the most important matches in Inspire Pro history.
If not the most important match, really. Finally, I get to have my retribution match with MJF. Honestly, there's a lot of things that I should have been smartened up to beforehand, before getting in the match with Max. And so I kind of take that brunt of responsibility. I need to beat MJF. Reason being is because I couldn't get the job done the first time, and I damn sure can't let this just continue to ride on. So to me, beating MJF, beating a successful person, because no one wants to admit it around here, but he is successful. He is a very successful person, and you can't take that away from him. But I can't let some swagless dweeb beat me and continue to run along and then boast about how he's have a win over Ricky Starks. I can't allow another man to just say, hey, you know, I defeated Ricky Starks when he didn't do it the right way.
A new era begins on July 14th when Inspire Pro Wrestling presents The Tangled Webs We Weave, live from our brand new home, the Blue Genie, located at 6100 Airport Boulevard, just 3 short minutes from our old location at the AFS Cinema. See Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, defend the Pure Prestige Championship one-on-one against Stroke Daddy Ricky Starks. Jazzy J Sirius puts his Inspire Pro Championship at stake when he faces the #1 contender, the young gun Chandler Hopkins. The newly formed duo of Dirty Andy Dalton and Moonshine Mantell collide against Mr. Inspire Pro Steve Areno and his tag team partner, the debuting Mance Warner. Both Twin Dragon Connection titles are at stake when Thunder Rosa defends her Red Dragon Championship against Cam Cole and the debuting All Ego Ethan Page. And the vacant Blue Dragon Championship will be up for grabs in a huge 5-way contest. Plus, Cody Lane defends the Undefinable Championship against a mystery opponent. All this and so much more on Sunday, July 14th. Get your tickets now at InspireProWrestling.com or watch the event live at HighSpotsWrestlingNetwork.com by subscribing for just $9.99 a month. Don't miss out on your chance to experience the history and the fury at the Tangled Webs We Weave.